Godzilla laser beams down the other monster's throat.
No, spoilers. I haven't seen the movie yet. Welcome to Truckcast Live.
Hey! Things ain't good enough.
Yeah, and no one... No, wait.
Blurgin'
Blurgin' Blairs. Yeah? Episode 142.
Sure.
I'm Travis.
Hi, I'm Dylan.
And we're a Drugcast. Oh, shit. We're a podcast that takes place in bars and restaurants all over the world. And we also hang out at Don's Depot predominantly in Austin, Texas.
It's the most Spin Doctors and Ninja Turtles friendly bar in Austin.
It is. It's the only place you'll listen to Rick Astley non-ironically.
That is true.
Or double ironically.
They
had Rick Astley on the jukebox pre-2005.
That's true.
That actually is
someone
true.
always plays it,
Yep.
but I think it's always played in a Melissa Joan Goodhart.
Melissa Joan Hart?
Yeah,
Goodhart,
that's what we call it. You know, we like to have some drinks and talk about things that happen over the week with cool people. We've done me. Well, you're Don. You're Don on Facebook, man.
I'm Don half the time, and Donnie.
You're
the
Don
other half the
Dotson on
time.
Facebook.
Which do you like?
Yeah.
Face-to-face Donnie. Everybody knows that.
FFD.
Well, so everybody
oh,
should know that.
F2FD. Yeah.
F2FD.
Yeah.
F2. Oh, wow.
Why is that?
Officially Don, just because I'm lazy and I don't like typing the NIE whenever I have to officially fill something out.
Sure, just D-O-N. Done.
Yeah, it's easier.
Done.
Okay.
Done.
So you're DUN. Done.
I'm done with it.
Done with Donnie.
it, yeah.
I'm done with Donnie.
So when you have your own depot, are you going to go with Don's depot or Donnie's depot?
One
But
in.
it would only be one in because
Yeah.
I can't bring forth the effort to type that extra in.
Dunes
Or the
Depot.
apostrophe S.
Yeah, I know.
That and Don is a hell of a team of lawyers inside.
Yeah.
They have 4,000 years of experience between them.
So across from Donnie, we have Adam McWaters coming back
Hi.
to the show.
I'm back.
Of course, since last week. Had a great time last week. Hanging out with Matt and et cetera.
the
and
best.
things.
We had cake.
Yeah. Oh my God, that cake was so delicious, right?
More importantly, we have a very special
And we have a
guest.
very special person coming back. I wish he was here for the actual anniversary, but he's the grandfather of Drunkcast. It's Greg fucking Lockwood.
Yeah.
Hello.
Is it possible to say your name tag, your nick, your Destructoid thing,
handle?
without it being completely racist now?
This is your podcast. You
I
tell
don't think
me.
Destructoid would allow that now because Destructoid is not exactly down with the politically incorrect stuff. These
You're saying
days.
they're AGG? Yeah,
They're a little AGG.
I got racism grandfathered in.
That's true. That's true. Before you knew it was racism. Yeah.
Well, but for the listeners, Greg is the break.
He was the break until I lost the break.
You lost the
Break.
Yeah. Thank you. Yay. We have it back. Because I had a massive hard drive failure, and now I lost that thing. So I know. I'm sorry.
This is why we can't have nice things.
Thanks, Obama. Greg, what the fuck's been up, man?
Not much, man. Just hanging out,
Good catching up. Cool.
losing weight.
Yeah, just constantly losing
Constantly
weight.
losing weight.
Are you like at 90 pounds now? I don't know what's going
No,
on.
I've gained like 15 pounds this month, so I'm a big fatty right now. Yeah,
Are you trying to fight the tapeworm?
I'm trying to fight something, man. I'm trying to forget how awful of a movie The Other Guys is.
Wow.
Oh, didn't like
That's,
the other guys.
Oh,
Epic level
Oh.
Travis, man. That's right.
whoa.
All right, so
That quest
That was the
red
sound
meat.
of Travis's heart breaking.
This episode is scratched officially.
it's a preface.
Lost in the fire.
It's a preface because I love Greg. I've always loved Greg.
How can you not?
But he's also a Mega Man 3 guy when everyone else is a Mega Man 2
Mega Man
that
guy.
is true. Can you defend that statement, Greg?
Oh, so Greg is the guy that the great Mega Man 3, Mega Man 2 debate is Greg was the other side of that?
Yeah, he's always
Because
3.
Mega Man 3 is obviously better.
The music in Mega Man 2 is better at least.
No.
At least the music.
Rush Jet is like you have
item 2, item 3, item
right.
1. Which one's the one that shoots across the screen?
No one knows because items is the worst description ever. Rush
I mean,
Jet's
item
better.
40 would disagree with
Well, you know.
so would item 4.
you know.
that. Yeah, right.
Game?
But, all right, game, yes. So to dive into that a little farther, Greg, what's your favorite band?
God.
Nickelback?
Oh. Bon Jovi?
You did like Mega Man 3.
The Big Bang
so-
Theory is my favorite band.
You're big theory.
Bazinga.
Is your favorite book Downton Abbey? Like,
That probably was a book. Now that I think about it,
No, it wasn't. No.
wasn't.
No.
Sweet.
That you know of.
Two broke girls.
Why do you not like the other
Good
guys?
things.
The other guys.
The only funny part of that movie is when they say aim for the bushes and they fucking kill each shit themselves.
Okay. So
No,
okay.
whenever
it's not mean enough.
Whenever Mark
otherwise.
Wahlberg keeps going to his girlfriend and being like, just like completely out of nowhere, like you're dancing for money for all these guys, and she's in a ballet class. Like,
My problem with the other guys is that basically they take the Will Ferrell method of acting, which is be really loud all the time, and have both Will Ferrell and Mark Wahlberg do it against each other for 2 hours.
But that's the beauty of it. And more importantly, Michael Keaton,
yeah, Michael
who
Keaton
quotes
shows up.
constantly quotes.
Yeah.
I just like that Michael
yeah,
Keaton
yeah.
in that movie has a second job at Home Depot
Yeah.
or Bed Bath and Beyond.
In which he's the best.
Yeah, with
yeah.
TLC songs, right? Yeah. He's always quoting.
yeah, TLC.
TLC
I don't want no
stuff.
scrubs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We know I have terrible taste. This is historically documented.
It's not a matter of terrible taste. It's
It's
important
written on
to
the very walls of the pyramid.
It actually is important to document the terrible taste. It's true. Yeah.
There's files. They're in a filing cabinet.
If you go beyond this point, you will get a curse of terrible taste. You will enjoy a Michael Bay movie, for
Damn
example.
gypsies.
I enjoyed The Island.
Okay.
I like
I'm not gonna dive into that because I don't know.
I don't like Michael Bay movies.
Any movie?
I mean,
How about The Island?
I guess everyone has to say The Rock.
The Rock.
The Rock.
Oh,
The
The
Rock.
Rock's
I
acceptable.
never saw it.
Bad Boys, the first one.
Yeah, those are both acceptable.
I liked Pain and Gain. I gotta say, I liked Pain and Gain.
I like the concept of Pain and Gain.
I like the concept of Pain and Gain, but that movie was fucking boring.
Yeah.
I didn't hate it.
Yeah.
The best
It was-
thing about Bad Boys was Hot Fuzz came out of that.
Yeah.
And
That's true.
That's true. That's true.
without it, that's a crucial loss for
Yeah.
that movie. And Hot Fuzz is probably the greatest movie.
Are we all Edgar Wright fans at least?
Yes.
Better be.
Yeah. Cool.
Scott Pilgrim.
Scott
Super
Pilgrim, man.
underrated.
Scott
super
Pilgrim.
underrated.
Super underrated.
Everyone like looks at all the other Edgar Wright movies, but
No, Scott
Scott Pilgrim
Pilgrim.
is great.
Scott
Pilgrim is awesome.
Like Scott Pilgrim is great, but I do plan on eventually hosting a big to-do of watching
Yeah.
the
Cornetto trilogy?
the Cornetto trilogy, just back to back. Because I don't know, I've never done that, and I don't know if anybody else.
Well,
has.
I've watched all three of those movies so many times that I feel like I have, but I don't think I actually have.
Right,
like
but I
that.
just want to have we'll have dinner, there'll be drinks,
Yeah.
There'll be Cornettos.
Cornettos.
Shaun of the Dead, Hot Fuzz, and End of the World.
World's End,
Yeah.
yeah.
World's End. World's End.
World's End. Oh, no, Shaun of the Dead.
It's Shaun of the Dead, Hot Fuzz, and World's End.
I thought there was a fourth one.
No.
Paul is like not part of the
Edgar Wright didn't
trilogy,
direct
but
Paul.
it's one of the Edgar
Oh,
Wright
Oh, I
movies.
forgot about that movie.
But Paul is awesome though.
But that's the
Was Paul good?
yeah, it was very good. Yeah.
I should watch it. I wanted to watch it because I love those guys, and I didn't watch it because it looked weird and dumb.
No,
I watched
it's not
it.
dumb.
It was okay.
It actually,
Pretty good.
it's
Was Seth Rogen the voice of the alien?
yeah. That's the only
Probably.
dumb part about
He
it.
said that they based E.T. off of him.
Yeah, that's true. You got any gum?
I do.
Okay.
Why? Are you gonna kick ass otherwise?
Too soon.
Sad.
Still too soon. Still too soon.
Super sad.
Cheers. Seriously.
Rowdy.
You know, it's surprising too because I saw the thing like, man,
Last week was a hell of a week.
yeah. But I didn't make notice on the Facebookums. I didn't make notice on the show. But like, people caring about Roddy Piper was more important than anything else that was going on. beyond the actual definition of strength between the two different factions of people who were fighting, like peanut butter or jelly or white bread versus brown bread. I don't know.
Mega Man 2 versus Mega Man 3.
Mega Man 2. Well, I mean, like the Mega Man 2, yeah,
Always wins,
Yeah,
yeah.
they're unopposed. But like,
I have a theory.
but like for some reason, like
I too have a
when we're
theory.
growing up, like for some reason that guy,
Everybody knew Roddy Piper.
and he was a heel. He was the bad. He was the bad guy.
He was a bad guy.
He was
Yeah,
always
yeah.
against Hulk Hogan, and maybe it's because we found out Hulk Hogan's
It's a
super
racist.
They were like, "Oh no, we lost the only one who could beat Hulk Hogan,
yeah.
and Hulk Hogan will live forever."
So I found out about it from the It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia subreddit because he played a retired wrestler
Yes.
called the Maniac,
Yeah.
who was just a complete piece of shit. Like he screwed him out of money. He was homeless. He lived out of his car and all that. It was as a joke on the movie The Wrestler. And so I saw it and it was like R.I.P. the Maniac, and it was a picture of Roddy Piper, and I was like, no. And I clicked on it and it was TMZ. And then I texted my dad, and I think my dad like might have cried it was like everybody loved Rowdy Roddy Piper.
Yeah,
They did.
And it was a big part of that
and
was
he was
They
no
Live.
Butcher the Barber Beefcake,
Yeah,
right,
Brutus
guys?
the Barber. He was no Jake the Snake.
Yeah.
Can we
He
say
was
this
better than
about They Live? I didn't see They Live until I
was in college,
2010.
Yeah.
like,
Yeah, sure,
at least.
sure.
And that movie fucking holds up. Like when
Oh,
I
it
saw it in
does.
2010, I was like, "Holy shit, this is a fucking phenomenal movie."
I watched it at Travis's house when we were in
Like-
college.
Yes, right.
I will
Yeah,
say this,
yeah,
like
yeah.
even like as a child, I was thinking about this on the way here actually. As a child, like watching wrestling as was available WWF, like back
Well,
back
as a
in
child
those
in
days.
Germany, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
and
True thing. Yeah. Because all you had to welcome you was like pound puppies and
Right, well,
German
why?
TV and like
GoBots.
whatever your cousin sent you, and it was like,
well, that was all of those things.
Yeah.
Let's face it.
yeah.
I had Golden Girls. I had Dear John.
Dear John.
the Gulag days.
And a little Mr. Belvedere, I'm sure.
Little Mr. Belvedere. But the crazy thing, like, I was really thinking about it, like,
Never mattered before.
please stop. Thank you. I would watch wrestling, and it was not beyond, like, it was not beyond my suspension of disbelief. Like, even as a kid, I was very skeptical
Yeah.
to its realism.
Yeah, it was a couple weeks ago. We talked about you talked about
To its charms.
But I met
Yeah.
this friend. I met this friend who was super fucking into it. And honestly, I got super
Wait,
fucking
he was Alaskan?
no, not Inuit.
Oh.
Into wrestling, into WWF, into the mythos, into everything, into the history and whatnot. And he was
It's
so
pretty deep. It's
It-
pretty
it
deep.
is.
Yeah.
And
You
even
can lose
then-
yourself on Wikipedia.
Right,
if
but
you-
he
if
was
you-
so
Everything too.
enthusiastic about it, and that was so infectious that I had fun
Yeah.
with it. I had
Yeah.
a good time watching wrestling with him and
Mine was
Roddy Piper.
mine was
man.
Sting. Mine was always Sting. I loved Sting.
That was later.
That was later.
Yeah, that was the late '80s. He was blonde.
I'm talking the Iron Sheik busting through the wall.
Yeah.
Like
Andre the Giant versus Hulk Hogan
versus really
WrestleMania
fucking
1.
anybody. You're not beating Andre the Giant.
I always loved
10,000 pounds.
I always loved Butcher the
Because-
Barber Beefcake because his punishment was always the worst. Like he literally would cut their hair off if he won. It was like, oh, that's like the only realistic thing that's happening right
Yep.
now. Like slapping each other and like,
Hacksaw Jim Duggan.
I mean, yeah. I mean, he has a piece of balsa wood.
And he
Sure.
beat the shit out of you with it.
Yeah, sure. But he didn't cut their hair.
No,
you know?
that was a great
And-
gimmick. That was a great gimmick.
And he didn't almost die in a boat crash.
That's
so,
true. Yeah.
2
But
points.
no,
I do love.
Sorry.
Go ahead.
I had two comments on the whole
Yeah, please,
wrestling
please,
thing.
bring it.
While back, last week I guess it was, shared some things in the emails we share.
Sure.
When Rowdy Roddy was inducted in the Wrestling Hall of Fame, like in 2006.
Okay.
Check my math. Google. Ric Flair. That's
right.
Who everyone says Ric Flair is. Everyone knows Ric Flair.
Yeah.
Yes.
'Cause he's like 67 years old and still.
Alive.
But he said.
Still wooing hearts.
But he said Rowdy Roddy Piper was the greatest entertainer in the history of professional wrestling.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
yeah.
I think that very much feeds into everyone's
Good.
reaction to his
Yeah.
passing.
Well, I say he was like the true like in my upbringing. He was the first
Well,
like
and They Live did seal it for me.
That
I'm
oh,
sorry.
yeah.
I love
Yeah.
I love that
for
movie.
sure. But he was still the first heel. Like as far as I
Yes.
know, it's like
Yeah, and he was always the bad guy. He was always
yes.
the bad guy.
and he was a good bad guy because he was a bad guy from Scotland.
yeah.
Like
Saskatchewan.
you
but
didn't know much about Scotland. Saskatchewan.
truth.
Yeah. But,
Saskatchewan.
but he was like, I'm wearing a kilt and I don't like you. And like, I don't like that guy. I don't want him to beat Hulk. Please save the day. And like,
Yeah.
oh no.
No, he was great.
Yeah.
And then the second part of all of that, why I think it affects everybody, is maybe a topic for a different episode or when we're more drunk. Are
we not?
The problem, I'm going to use that word problem, of the how deep nostalgia has infested.
How deep is your love?
Exactly. Nostalgia right
How
now
deep is the
is
ocean?
the biggest thing that's corrupting society, in my opinion.
Actually, probably true.
Okay.
I would
Corrupting
say,
new
yeah,
ideas.
holding on to the concept that you had as a child is irrelevant to the reality you have around you.
Of whether or not it was good or not. Or,
Come on, guys.
No,
Like,
no. If you think about it,
is.
actually, you know what, let's not even talk about that. Let's just put that out as a feeler. So look it up.
I appreciate that. I only want to bring back up I want to emphasize the fact that like the reason why it's important that he died at 61 was because he was one of the first of our generation who was the bad guy.
Oh, yeah,
that we,
no.
we wanted to survive.
That's a separate
you know?
argument. That's a separate argument.
I know. Of
Yeah.
course.
When you say it was important that he died at 61, it sounds like you engineered this, Travis.
All right, so
Travis has a plan.
first and foremost,
Am I digging too deep here? Am I?
90% of our traffic goes to the NSA.
Where were you?
There was a
and
plan.
On the full moon of the 7th month.
Where were you, Travis? Do you have an alibi?
I was dead at the time.
50 years
I got
ago.
better.
Let's take a break, and I'll provide an alibi.
Break.
Hey, we built the city on something. Welcome back to the show, everybody.
Well, we know.
Segment 2.
Oh no, cast.
Oh no, cast.
Oh no.
Oh, hell no.
Oh, the Oh Hell No
Oh,
episode.
hell no.
Still a great movie.
Still hanging out with Donnie, still hanging out with Adam, still hanging out with Greg. Motherfucking Greg.
That was a great movie.
I gotta say that Sharknado 3 entertained me far more than I thought I was gonna be entertained when I showed up for us to watch it.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah.
I think it was my favorite one out of all of them.
I agree. Yeah.
Yeah.
I had the same sickening feelings about all of them that I did with the third one, but ultimately, what a fucking great time.
Yeah.
Right?
Like,
Yeah.
Who
It
cares?
really was. Like,
they obviously don't. They obviously don't. They obviously don't
No,
care.
not at all, yeah.
And
Oh no, they're totally in on it.
Yeah, yeah.
They were in on it in the second one. This time they went, you know what? Let's just go balls deep.
Yeah. We have
How
no soul.
far can
We have
we
no
go?
soul.
yeah.
We're going to
What can we
pimp
get away with?
Universal Studios Florida and NASCAR.
We're not even direct to video. We're direct to sci-fi.
How low can you go?
How low can you go?
you know, I still will always protect sci-fi, specifically because...
But not sci-fi.
Shut a lemon, please. Because of The Lost Room.
That was sci-fi.
That was sci-fi, not sci-fi. I know.
yes.
That was sci-fi, not sci-fi.
Sci-fi throws a lot of things at some weird wall that we never... Maybe it's the wall inside of Warehouse
Right.
13.
Yes.
That we don't see. Like
canceled.
a special Italian wall.
Lava
Yeah.
Rantula. What is it?
Yeah.
What?
Volcane. Tarantula.
Tarantula,
Volcans
lava-
not, I don't know.
Right.
But like
Lavachula.
once in a while they do something really
Rock
beautiful.
spiders made of lava.
And like the Sharknado series was like, okay, Sharknado sucks. Fine.
Right.
Because they tried. But they didn't try hard. Fine.
Well, no, Sharknado sucked a specific amount.
It does.
That it actually like brought the
Yeah.
it brought the needle back to a point of acceptance.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
a point of saying like, oh my god, finally a new bad movie.
Yeah.
I'm actually-
It's not like there's any shortage of those.
Yeah.
No, I'm
But
not,
it also had the feeling that they were making it a bad movie on purpose.
Right.
No.
And those
Yeah.
are never as good as the bad movies that come when they're trying to make a good movie.
Yeah.
But it was just enough. It was just goofy and good enough that
Like
and then-
Coven.
that enough people caught on and they were like, let's just sit down in a writer's room and come up with all kinds of crazy shit and put it on a movie. And then now the third one actually it's so into itself that you can enjoy
genuinely
it.
very funny. Yes.
The shark's in space,
Yeah.
and whenever
Yeah.
he has the lightsaber chainsaw,
Yeah.
everybody screamed. Everybody screamed and giggled when that happened.
Yeah.
Or, no, I did
when the
too.
baby comes out of the shark.
I take the opposite approach because I feel like the first Sharknado, like sci-fi was just throwing everything in the wall to see what stuck, and that was this weird like breakout hit, and it was like not good, but
Let's go with this.
interesting.
Well, right.
And then by Sharknado 2, they like knew what they were doing,
Yeah.
and then so I like Sharknado 1 for what it was. Sharknado 2, I watched like 5 minutes of it, and I was like, this is hot garbage. And
Oh, reverse that.
It is, but you have to understand a key point. After Sharknado 1, they actually got funded for 2 sequels.
I understand
Like
that.
automatically.
No, it was Kickstarter.
You're already not talking to Greg in the right way.
No, there's only
All
one
I'm
sequel.
saying is-
I know Greg. I love Greg.
It
I love Greg for
predated-
it. Like I know. Like,
What does that mean?
Total abortion that was the
How do I?
that I know you and I love you. That
How do I talk? How do you talk to me?
no, when I talk to you, but like
With science.
I know you don't like things that are good. That's cool, man. Totally cool. You like a thing, and I
You like Ben Hampton.
like the better thing. Do you like Pacific Rim?
Yes.
That's the only thing we can. The only thing we'll ever
Fucking
agree upon.
horseshit.
Which is a good movie.
To this day, though, to this day, I latch onto the racist elements. I'll walk around the house and be like, but Marsher, like, is the... God, that's so...
Okay.
But
okay,
yeah,
okay.
no, Charlie Day, fantastic.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
they just, for stuff like that, they just need to go full dumb and then just be like,
Well,
this is what we have.
it was Charlie Day and the guy who played. He was on Game of Thrones. He was the guy in the North who killed Craster, and Jon Snow had to go kill him.
Oh, yeah.
That guy showed up in an
the guy that
episode.
cut Jamie's hand off?
No, the guy who said he was the best fucking knife fighter or whatever, and Jon Snow
Fucking-
killed him.
Uh-huh.
He showed up in an episode of It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, written by the Game of Thrones guys, as a scientist who gave Charlie the flowers for Algernon drug. It was one of the best
Jesus.
episodes they've had in a long time.
Wow.
And they were like, it was like a reunion from Pacific Rim of those two guys on It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
And yet it was still a bad movie.
Not Pacific Rim. You're talking about something else.
No,
Obviously.
I'm
something
quite
related.
clear in that.
No, you're right. Pacific Rim is fucking awesome.
Does awesome mean shitty?
You misspelled. You mispronounced awful.
Sometimes it's fun to have fun, you guys.
Yeah, I know.
That was not
No,
fun.
I love having fun, and that was not
Cheers.
the case when you have fun.
You're right. Cheers to me.
I'd
for-
rather have a colonoscopy than watch Pacific Rim. So.
God damn. Come on.
Are you sure you're not thinking of Godzilla 2014?
Right.
I'm
Whatever?
definitely
Right.
thinking about Pacific Rim.
Actually, no, there's a good topic for the table. Godzilla, the 1998 abomination, was terrible. Everyone
Yeah.
knows that.
Abomination.
But the
Is that what you said?
The one with Walter White we wanted to love so much
Yeah.
was also a piece of shit movie.
Yeah.
So which one was worse?
It's
Godzilla was obviously
not
worse because Pacific Rim was an excellent movie.
No.
Okay. I mean, Bryan Cranston was in it good.
But he was in it for like 20 minutes.
Yeah,
and
he was
died,
in it
right?
for, yeah, he
First-
dies in the
yeah.
first like 15 minutes.
Yeah.
But okay,
I'm out.
at the very end, Godzilla laser beams down the other monster's throat.
No, spoilers. I haven't seen the movie yet. it's been like 18 years. Or what's it for?
It was on HBO like a year and a half ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're safe. Nobody has an excuse.
I love the fact you're like, oh, I shouldn't. But yeah, that's fine.
It laser beams
Oh.
down the monster's throat and then
Guys, remember
tears
the cotillion.
its head off. You have to go through an
Yeah.
hour and a half of boring, contrived plot or whatever the fuck that
Yes,
movie considers
plot in
itself
quotes is correct.
to get there.
Yeah.
Aaron Taylor Johnson, whatever, is not a good actor. Elizabeth Olsen actually surprisingly decent. She didn't kill Heath Ledger like any of her sisters, so she gets bonus points for that.
Wait.
So Mary Kate, or the other one was in Heath Ledger's apartment when he
No,
died.
he was in her apartment
Or he
Yeah.
was in her apartment.
when he
Yeah.
died,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
he got his
Well, then,
drugs.
solid joke that I did not understand until
Yeah.
It was an excellent joke. It was an excellent joke.
So
Which is why it's such a bummer that you have the worst taste in
Taste
things
in
because
everything.
you're so well reversed.
I thought you were gonna say
Yeah.
the worst radio presence, but you know.
I was going to say the real tragedy is Jared Leto in Dead.
We won't. We have 9 minutes and 28 seconds, and we will not talk about Jared Leto
We will not
as
spoil-
the Joker.
But he has Joker tattooed on his forehead, right? To prove that he's.
no,
hey
no,
guys,
no.
guys, look, I'm a Joker.
No.
Guys?
No. He has deranged. Damage.
He has
I don't-
damage tattooed on
And
his
he has a
forehead.
J on his cheek.
Yes,
All right, so
He's. It
we
just
go.
happened.
here's the greater Reddit theory.
He's the hot topic Joker.
The greater Reddit theory is that Jared Leto is actually part of a long con of comic books that will not be revealed until you see it. It might be Jason Drake,
So is that
right?
the Kaiser
Tim
Sose
Drake, or
of
Tim
film?
Drake? Or
No,
no,
no.
Jason Todd.
Jason Todd. It might be Jason Todd.
I don't know about that.
If you're listening to the show and you know more about this show, please text us on what you think about Jason Todd.
God, we have a text line.
If you're a writer or producer for Suicide Squad, please give me Harley Quinn's number. Because she looks amazing.
Oh my God.
From Wolf of Wall Street is Harley Quinn.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Homegirl.
So-
Yeah.
Margot Robbie?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Margot Robbie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
She's
she-
like
yeah.
24
with pigtails,
dude.
with like
God.
Cotton candy pigtails,
Doing that
like
with the bat.
yeah.
So cool.
She might save the movie.
She might.
Dylan,
But also Will Smith's
Will
in it,
Smith's not going to
so-
save the movie.
Yeah, that's true.
what is this? Some kind of like Wild Wild West?
Yeah.
What is this? Some kind of Force Unleashed?
Are we a bunch of bad boys?
Right.
Yeah. No, I actually saw the trailer when it came out. You know,
What is this? Some kind of 50 Days of Summer?
Yeah.
500 days.
We're just going to 7 pounds of flesh. What is this?
What is this? Some kind of 51st dates?
What is this? Some kind of Twilight New Moon?
Are we the enemy of the state?
Jesus.
I sure am sick of all these Star Wars.
Oh, you had a titular line? I thought I had titular line. Yeah.
No, so I saw the trailer because this came out a month or so ago because of Comic Con-ish, I guess that was
Comic-Con-ish, yeah.
tied together. And you know,
Comic-Con,
everyone knows I'm the least comic friendly. I don't mean that in a derogatory way. I'm just
The Comic-Con essence.
I do.
I'm
Cheers.
I'm less informed,
Yeah.
and more importantly, I do have kind of like too much thing. Yeah, I have a vagina, yeah. And I have a jerk curtain. See last week. So anyway, I have friends who are into this. I like a good movie, so I put the pieces together. Watched the trailer, and I watched in the trailer, and all I saw was a collection of the most boring things ever, all assembled into one trailer at the same time.
Oh, Suicide Squad?
Yeah,
Really?
it literally had nothing.
I agree with that.
In a trailer that made you want to go watch that movie.
At all,
It
yeah.
had
yeah.
Viola Davis as the lady who organizes them. She's on a big movie.
Oh, no, I know
Well, the
she
DC
is.
version of Angela
What
Merkel.
show is she on? Is she on the Revenge or
Ingela.
something?
Oh, Angela Merkel.
Are you saying
Angela
Obama
Merkel.
is spying on
Yeah.
Viola Davis?
I mean, eventually. Yeah.
She's great.
Obama's Suicide Squad.
What do you mean eventually?
Who would
Already.
Who would Obama's Suicide Squad be? Like, if you're taking real people.
I want
Boyden.
Obama's League of Extraordinary Gentlemen. I want a superhero team that is Osama bin Laden because
Sure.
he was not dead.
Obviously still real.
Yeah.
Most of the SEAL memes in the 9/11.
That jet fuel can.
Yeah.
No. The
Alex Jones.
The plot of it is that they're stealing the indestructible steel beams.
Stealing.
Wait, is Alex Jones the Joker of this Suicide Squad? That sucks.
Yeah, Alex Jones, Osama bin Laden. Let's say Donald Trump. Let's put
Hogan.
Donald Trump there.
The Iron
Bill
Sheik.
O'Reilly.
Bill O'Reilly, yeah.
And
If I had it.
Papa Bear.
Nope. No, I'm not doing it. Sorry.
and the guy from American Sniper.
yeah, the guy from American Sniper, he's not dead either.
He's in our clouds.
And Bowie Bergdahl, the guy who deserted,
Yeah.
and he just got arrested for weed in California.
I thought he was in jail for desertion anyway.
No, he's free.
For insertion? That's what I heard.
Desertion?
I heard insertion.
I
too,
heard
yeah.
insertion.
You would hear that.
I mean,
It's drunk cast.
yeah. It's time.
You hear what you want to hear.
I mean, it's good for the ratings. It's good for a demo.
Well, I just got a comment from Pope Tim, the actual Pope Tim.
Motherfucking Pope Tim.
Oh, so recently we had a 3rd anniversary episode, and former Pope Tim, our former Tim, who still is Pope, said with all in caps.
He liked it? That's cool.
Yeah, all in caps.
He's a good person.
Yeah, he's the
Is he in
Pope.
Chicago?
Yes. Yeah.
No, I
man.
had a
Windy
layover
City.
there a while back, and I was on a trip, and I said, "Hey, I'm in Chicago," in the Facebooks, and then Morgan, Mrs. Pope Tim,
Yeah.
said, "Come hang out." I'm like, I only have 2 hours.
I mean, that's
Come to O'Hare.
sure. I mean, they could have taken you to a like a cereal den or whatever they do in Chicago.
Well, I have a United Club card. They're gonna come and hang out with me.
oh, that's true.
And is it far enough north to have the squeaky cheese?
Yes.
Okay, it is,
yeah, probably. Yeah.
Isn't it farther north than Squeaky Cheese though? Like,
No,
Chicago is south of Squeaky Cheese.
It is, but,
Chicago,
Wisconsin.
squeaky cheese.
well, but like you go too far south of, excuse me, you go too far north of Texas. There's no Whataburger, right? So
which
like,
is the best burger of America.
it is the best burger in America.
Travis has actually never left Austin, so he's just guessing here.
No, you know for a fact I went to Cincinnati.
I don't know that.
You do know that. You were there. We went to Cincinnati together.
Maybe.
You drank a half a bottle of Southern Comfort.
I want to hear more about the Cincinnati experience.
You're the only person, Dylan.
Well, I used to live near there, and I know how horrible it is.
Now,
I want to hear your experience.
Greg does not want to remember that.
Did you have
I
Skyline
couldn't
chili?
remember it if I tried.
Well, because you drank half a bottle of. Okay, yes.
Yeah, that'll
And then
do it.
Travis introduced me to Kanye West and hated himself for all eternity because of that.
That will
To
do
this
it.
day.
Yeah.
To this day,
He's a bad tipper. I'm sorry.
he's a very.
You know, Kanye West. I hate to break this bubble, but it wasn't Kanye West. It was Ron. It was Ron Workman. I'm sorry. Ron Workman in blackface. I'm sorry. Because that's what he does. Let's take a break.
Yeah.
Let's come back after this.
Break.
Battle Cat.
Yeah, Battle Cat,
Yeah.
The green,
My bad.
the green tiger.
Welcome to the show, everybody.
Hey.
Belvedere Cast.
This is segment 3. This is the Fighting 3.
The Fighting 3.
When we fight,
The Fighting Butler.
What are we fighting about?
we fight about butlers. And Webster had a butler. I thought Webster had a fucking butler.
Didn't we fact check that last week? I'm not sure.
I mean, no one fact checked it.
Was
Well-
Webster rich?
I'll do it.
he was
Dictionary
adopted.
guy?
Webster
By white people?
No.
Yes, but by Greek Papadopoulos.
No,
yeah.
no. You're thinking of different strokes.
No.
That was the other
no.
one, Gary Coleman.
Yeah.
The other one.
Some of them are okay.
The other one.
I saw that on a T-shirt one time.
Yeah. You know,
Some of them I'm sure are good people.
Donnie, Black Lives Matter. You know this, right?
So if you really want to piss people off, all you got to do back to that is say all lives matter, because that's the most racist thing you can
Osama?
ever say.
I would actually agree. That's like the worst thing you can say to anyone. Like, yeah.
Him, all lives matter. You
No-
sound like a suburban mom with a Kate Gosselin haircut when you go all lives matter in response to that. That's what you sound like.
Kate
Donnie.
Gosselin. Okay.
Again,
Silence.
ask the Dalai Lama.
Yeah. Donnie,
It's coming.
The Dalai Lama.
listen to Adam.
The Dalai Lama.
Oh, Adam's prepared. What's going on, Adam?
Webster had a butler.
Oh,
Really?
Google hath spoken.
So
Yeah.
it is written. So it shall be said.
And you've heard it first.
Webster's pen pal, an adult butler from England.
Pen pal, not an actual butler in his house.
No.
That's the result of Googling Webster show butler.
Adam's done talking about this.
Sure.
It's
Okay.
still undecided.
Okay. So cheers.
Next week on
It's been
Drunk
2
Cast.
weeks.
It's time to
Next week
download a
on
bunch of
Drunk
episodes
Cast.
of Webster.
I mean, this is not Punky Brewster. There's no.
Time to ruin ourselves on Netflix yet again. On the rocky walls of Netflix yet again.
Or
boys.
any terrible, great torrent site we have, we're like, all right, so no one's downloading this, but please, can you be all of Punky Brewster? Like, yeah, you're banned, but take it all, you know? Like, I want to watch all of.
Silver spoons.
Yes. I don't. I do
Dear
now.
John.
Damn it.
That Ricky Schroeder man.
Yeah.
Man.
By the time you've read these lines,
When
I'll
he
be gone.
had the broken wings from Mr. Mister episode,
So take these broken wings.
that actually happened in the 80s, which we'll find out about on the Matt Lauer podcast. That
yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure we will.
So it's called Dylan Bangs the 80s.
Yeah.
That's a great show.
all night
It is. I got so many ideas. It's incredible.
Well, like one of the most popular shows on the
night.
it's not Maximum Fun, it's the Earwolf
VH1.
thing. The Earwolf Podcasting Network is
Airwolf was a show in the
it's
80s.
called You2 Talking You Talking U2 to Me. It's a podcast about people who are talking about U2 that talk about podcasts about U2. Like
Man, that's terrible.
it is.
That's like 3 levels of U2.
But it's Adam Scott.
Oh, in that case, it's Adam Scott. Yeah, Adam
Is
Scott.
it just famous because it's Adam Scott, or
Yes.
Probably.
and PFT, right?
It's only good because it's Adam Scott.
Okay.
It's only famous because
Adam Scott?
no reason.
because the Parks and Rec.
Because a lot of guys want to fuck other men.
Well, who doesn't? Really?
Right.
That's called a party down.
Right. The rubber band has taught us that.
Yeah, that's true. Fuck a fella.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
In the lovely island.
Oh, well, I mean, look,
Area man.
sure.
Fucking fellow with a girly ass to start out.
Are we having fun yet?
Are we having fun yet?
Oh man, he was so good in that commercial.
You're the guy, right? You're the guy.
So last week we didn't actually really dive into the Jared Fogle thing, and this week we won't either.
Dive into it like a 16-year-old prostitute.
Right.
Hey, Subway, eat fresh.
So fresh.
Yeah.
So fresh, so clean, right? The thing we didn't talk about last week was this really beautiful thing, especially when it comes to the beauty of being a mega corporation. So the FCC fined AT&T $100 million,
And they said, we don't wanna.
and they said, "I don't wanna."
That really is. That's the response.
It was like that had no basis in reality.
They Michael Scott the thing.
Yeah,
They're like, nah.
They filed like a 30 fucking page legal document.
Yeah.
I found it online and I couldn't read it because it was just 30 pages of legalese.
Sure.
Of them basically saying,
I didn't read it because I can't read.
Well, no, I only had an hour for the show. I was drinking at the time. Yeah, basically AT&T filed like a 30-something page retort basically saying, we don't wanna.
That's not how the law works.
And no.
It is how the law works for corporations.
Sadly, that's true.
That's
yeah.
sad. That's the worst part. Is like, okay, so like you have an entire group of people who are like, we are professional. This is what you need, and AT&T is like, we don't wanna.
Yeah. Their claim was they said, we don't feel we were misleading in our perfect in our fine print.
Yeah.
And we don't feel anyone was harmed by us throttling them.
Right.
Which, on one side, I actually I kind of agree with on the business side of it. How much harm was actually caused by a consumer because they got things a little slower on Facebook?
But when do you get to argue feelings in judicial matters?
No, and that's my point. That's my point.
Dylan is our official the well in which all business can congeal.
He's our business consultant.
He knows.
Oh, that's my point.
Yeah,
The biggest thing about we can't get we'll get sued for the real one on Law and Order. Yeah, they'll.
No, theirs is definitely different.
Bum.
But we can do that one. No, so being misleading, that's easy. Having shit buried in their EULA that says blah, 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 that's misleading. Yeah, but a big part of this is that people felt that they were harmed. By this because they couldn't access Facebook faster after they downloaded 10 gigs of stuff on their phone. And in AT&T's defense, you feel bad because you couldn't get to Facebook faster?
Well, no.
I mean, if you pull
But that's what's...
May I bring up a defense?
But that's what's on the table. It's feelings.
May I? Well, no.
Adam?
Feelings
It's not. Feelings is half of this.
All right, Adam.
It's not necessarily feelings, although those motherfuckers, those fucking idiots presented it as such.
Customers,
right?
yeah.
Those idiots.
Yes, okay.
The thing
We're on the
is,
same page, yeah.
when you have a company telling you unlimited, and then they, in any capacity that you can possibly imagine, limit you for any reason.
But they didn't limit
the point.
you. They limited slowed down your ability to access a thing.
Which I swear to God sounds like a limit.
Nope.
Doesn't it?
Yeah.
It's not a limit. You still have access to it.
Well, I know.
And that's the fine thing.
Unlimited access.
The thing is.
No, you still have access to it. They limited
unlimited access.
Hold on. They limited the speed of your access, not your access.
It's the definition. It's a very simple definition.
No, they limited your speed to the access, not the actual access.
No.
That really is what happened.
It's a very simple definition. No,
they did not charge.
Unlimited definition. Unlimited access. Unlimited.
Limit being the key word.
Right.
Limits.
Meaning, data itself is not going to get capped.
Yep.
Speed to that data is not going to get capped.
No. Was
Everything
that was that
unlimited?
Was the speed specified anywhere?
No, of course not.
Then it's.
But the
not,
thing is,
then they didn't. In the argument of the law, they did nothing wrong. They provided unlimited access. The speed to that access didn't matter.
I really want to appreciate Dylan because Dylan just does the best legalese of all of us. He loves it, and it's really appreciated because you're the key ED.
Did they still have access? Yes,
Somehow
they
at the
did.
end of this podcast, Dylan owns all of our property.
Travis is
not unlimited.
It was unlimited. It was just slower.
No.
I'm playing devil's advocate. No, it's not. It's not a limit.
No, I know.
It's not a limit.
It's a limit.
It's not a limit.
All right. Everyone, give a second. Because
Travis is going to tell Dylan to lose his phone number by the end of the episode.
And scene.
I'm glad I'm not an AT&T customer.
Moving on. Because Greg solved it. We're done.
Well, because I also love the fact that we yes. So
America.
So Nancy Grace talked to
Really fucking-
a rap
fucking
video.
Screwed the pooch on the defense, didn't they?
Yeah.
God damn it.
Nancy Grace. You know, there's not been a white person abducted in like 6-7 months. How is she still on the air?
That's not true.
No, there are 2 teams missing at sea, but that's different.
No, I was abducted for 6 days.
Oh.
Yeah, no one cared about that.
Well, because you're a white male?
Right.
Okay.
It was really cool when I found you, though, because we had that dinner.
It was dope. Yeah.
Travis lives matter.
I got a tracker on his phone. That's cool.
Oh man.
Greg wins too. That's
Maybe
true.
Nancy Grace is the one fucking. Maybe she's the serial like child murderer. Like anytime business gets slow, Nancy Grace is like, gotta kill another little white girl.
I got to call my contact in Aruba.
Yeah, she got that voodoo thing, that voodoo tip. She's like, all right, so
Nancy Grace is a lizard person.
You heard it here first.
I wish she was.
Prove she's not.
I really hope that gets
No, that's
out.
in. That's
No,
in.
these guys. Like, I want to see this tomorrow.
So
on
This?
have you
no,
guys?
I mean when it comes
have
out.
you guys
This?
ever heard that clip?
This? This?
This?
This? Donnie, go ahead. This?
Have you guys ever heard that clip of Louis C.K. on Opie and Anthony, and somehow Donald Rumsfeld called in, and
the
Louis
lizard-
C.K.
the
asked him
lizard
if he's a
thing.
lizard person, and
Like-
he won't answer. He won't just say no.
8 times.
8 times he asked him
Yeah.
if he's a lizard, and he never gives a yes
We
or
need
no
to insert a
answer.
clip here.
I don't know if anybody's ever asked you directly, sir, but are you a lizard?
I don't think
Are
he's a
you
lizard.
actually? Can you just please give that a straight answer? Are you a lizard person?
Louis a
Let
little
him answer.
left-leaning,
No,
sir.
I'm not. Let him
the short
answer. Are you a lizard?
Here's the short answer. I'm in New York City. I walk down the street. People walk up, shake hands, stop me. They want an autograph.
He's a lizard.
Want to get a photograph with me. Go to eat last night at dinner, and Joyce and I were sitting there in the little Italian restaurant. and a man came up and said he'd like to buy my dinner, and I
Yeah.
And it turns out I paid for my dinner. The next thing I know, the waiter comes back and said the man insisted to pay for your dinner, and here's your canceled receipt for paying.
Oh, wow. That's
See,
very
there's
nice.
plenty of people that
But he's
You didn't answer the question.
he's
That was-
not going
I
to
think you're
dignify.
hanging around with the wrong people.
I know that's the kind of shit that shows up on Reddit the next day, and I'm like, yes.
It's
I
like
just
when
want to have an enjoyable day, guys. Like, I'm just.
I want to go to the Conspiratard subreddit and read about whatever they're saying.
No, just go to the actual conspiracy subreddit. The conspirators will, of course, repost it because
Rummy was great at that, though. Rummy was one of the best double talkers ever in the history of politics.
It's like when he
With that
asked.
shit-eating grin on his face the entire
Rumsfeld
time.
was the reason why I'm so sad about everything. Rumsfeld was
Trump
like,
Rummy 2016.
I want to kick him in the neck until his head
Well,
falls off.
you have,
Like,
you
is
have-
that
you have the
okay?
Palin character. The Palin character is like, I'm gonna say things and look at Russia and blah blah blah, and everyone just makes fun
Yeah.
of it. Like, and you have like
Maverick.
you have Trump who's like, I don't like Mexicans, and also I make
But some are
money.
okay.
And
Yeah,
when I was
yeah,
a kid, I cried and cried and cried and screamed until I got candy for dinner, and then.
But Rumsfeld is like, hey Rumsfeld, what are you doing this week? And he's like, well,
And what's the definition of a month? Is it Sunday to Monday or something?
well, so it was 31 days, and then the 30 days turned into 28 days, and then your birthday, and then like, congratulations, you're the president, and you're gone.
I thought you said you didn't like him because he orchestrated the deaths of thousands of Americans and tens of thousands.
No,
of
what I
Iraqi
would say,
and
the only
Afghans
reason I
and-
don't like Donald Rumsfeld is because he's a better troll than I am.
Oh, okay.
I
The
know,
important things.
I know for a fact that I will never meet him
He
because
would never kill enough innocents to match his.
No,
by
Donald
the
Rumsfeld.
southwestern north, and
No one was killed. We sent our patriots.
we didn't really kill any of
Defend
them.
freedom.
Like they like
They were holograms, right? They're all holograms.
they're all girls.
They
Yeah.
threw themselves
Peace
into the bullets.
Corps, but like super core.
Yeah. Well, I mean, softcore, right? Like we talk about these things in like northern, southern, yeah, I mean,
Southern.
yeah.
Honestly, we're trying to ad-lib, and we're not as good as he ever was. He was really brilliant at it, unfortunately.
Yeah. He's always welcome to the show.
Oh, God, yes.
Yeah.
I would love to have him on the show.
Let's take a break. We'll come back.
Break.
Okay. Welcome to the show, everybody. Yay. Oh, my God. It's a fourth segment, right? Fourth
Sure,
segment.
for sure. I think we're all in
For sure the fourth.
Yeah.
Definitely.
May the fourth be with
It's
us.
been
Donnie-
the fourth segment since Adam started.
I think Donnie is our fourthologist, so
I'm the fourth.
Oh, that's true.
our numerologist.
Yeah. Yes.
What do you think about the number 4?
Let me talk about the number 4 for a little.
What you have to understand about the number 4 is it's not actually about the number 4. It's about the 3 letters. No,
So there's before the 4, which
Yeah.
is the FOU, which FOU. FU. The O is replaced, right?
fuck
FU.
So
right?
fuck off, you.
And the O is silent.
Face off.
Face off. And Chris Gaines. No. Anyway, so this is the fourth segment. This is the toast segment of the show. We're hanging out with the best people in the entire fucking world. If you don't listen to the show, you're an idiot. We're doing a toast to whatever Greg wants to toast to.
Yes.
Greg Lockwood, the best. What do you want to toast
The
to, man?
skinniest of all of us here.
What's the best thing, man? What's the best thing?
What is the best thing?
I mean-
I didn't know this was going to be required of me. I didn't.
to crush your enemies.
They live and
They live.
Roddy
Yes,
Piper.
they live.
The best of all of them, yeah.
Yeah. Still.
Cheers to it, yeah.
Seeing aliens in the sky right now.
Obey.
We had a great time doing this show. We enjoyed doing this show with Donnie Dotson.
Thank you, Travis.
Don Dotson. Don Dotson. Adam McWaters across from him, of course.
Fuck yeah.
Greg Lockwood, thank you for coming back to the show.
It's been great.
You're the
It's been
grandfather.
terrific.
You know, like someday this show will have babies, and you'll be the grandfather of.
And they'll have all the worst parts of my DNA.
Yeah, that's true.
The very worst.
Yeah. The worst
All the worst
of it.
parts of your yogurt.
Yeah.
The-
The active
Yeah.
bacteria.
The show might actually have a child sooner rather than later.
I mean, I hope so. You know,
I already
I
have.
don't want to die. No one wants to die, right? Dylan? Yeah, you're right.
I've already lived 1,000 years.
Dylan, thanks for running the show.
Yeah.
If you like the show, you want to know more about the show, you go to drunkcastlive.com. You go to facebook.com/drunkastlive. We're at drunkastlive on Twitter, iTunes. We're in the Zune store too somehow. I don't know. No one knows.
Fucking mystery.
Questions at drunkastlive. You can go to
412.
412-440-7468. 412-440-SHOTS
Yeah.
is the thing. And maybe
Call or text.
call or text. Seriously, if you like texting things.
Yeah.
And we know
I
you
can
do.
text.
We know you do.
And I know Greg loves to text some shit. Not me.
I just hate to call people.
Yeah, you do. Yeah.
All you millennials.
I hate to call and text Travis. I just hate to call everyone else.
Just show up randomly. Yeah. Every millennial ever.
Yes.
Even the ones who are not listening to this right now. Please
Which
call.
is most of them.
Call to the beauty that is the Lazarus Pit. Please text us immediately so we can start the end of all mankind. I'm Travis, and I love you so much. And we want you to listen to every episode since then.
Actually, consider this.
Yeah.
While you're standing in line at Franklin's Barbecue, you can listen to 4 episodes of Drunkcast Live.
You could, yeah.
Possibly 4.5.
Yeah.
And then you'd be full off of barbecue and great radio.
Right. You'd have a giggle and a meat in your heart.
2 great things that go great together.
Yeah. Except for the sauce. Their sauce sucks balls. Come on, guys.
But our sauce is yogurt based.
Yes.
Yogurt-based barbecue sauce. We're making it a thing.
Anyway, we love you so much for listening to the show. We'll see you next week. Unless you're in Britain, and then we'll see you in a week and a half.
Yes. Your time is weird.
Break.
We did it.